Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the absolute best ETF to buy right now and pretty much why I am buying so much of it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and overall I hope you guys get something of value out of this video and the channel. And if you guys do, hit that like button and subscribe because it really helps me out. So what is the best ETF to buy? Me personally, I think VGT carries so much long-term potential with growth, dividends, and compounding your money, right? Because it's very hard to pick and choose individual stocks, or in some cases, even ETFs. The reason why is because it's almost overwhelming, right? If you look up top stocks to buy, you will have a list of 100 and it's just very confusing. So imagine having an ETF that has all of the best companies in the United States that carry growth, dividends, and compounding your money. So me personally, I think VGT is by far the best ETF. Look at the holdings in this, right? So you guys can see the 10 of the largest holdings is Apple, which is probably the bread and butter for growth stocks, followed by Microsoft, Nvidia, which is probably one of the best growth stocks that I've been calling out in 2020 and in 2021. We have Visa, we have PayPal, MasterCard, Adobe, Intel, Salesforce, and Cisco. So all of these are probably among the top stocks to buy pretty much in the tech world. And that's where VGT has their head turned and their focus is in that tech sector. So you guys can see just by looking at the portfolio, we have a lot in software, we have a variety of other ones, but most of it is going to be heavily invested in that tech world. But how has the growth been? Well, let me tell you, if you would have put $10,000 in this 10 years ago, and I know it's always hard to say, 10 years ago in the past, I get that, but just look how quick you would have compounded your money to well over $70,000. And yes, I completely agree. It's always cheesy going back and saying, oh, you could have bought it, but the best time to start investing is now. And I don't care what anybody says. This is still a stable ETF that has a ton of growth just by these amazing holdings. And yes, the year-to-date return is off the charts with over 40% up. So you guys can see it's outperformed the market. It's a killer ETF. And now let's actually look at the technicals, which is going to be more like support, resistance, and everything like that. But overall, guys, I just have to address this one last time. This is probably the best ETF, right? They have an expense ratio at 0.1%. 0.1. So that's $10 for every $10,000 you have invested. So that is super low because the average mutual fund has an expense ratio at 1%. So if you guys went on the mutual fund route, you're going to be paying way more for a lot of the similar stocks. But overall, just by looking at this, you guys can see it has a beautiful upward trend. Did used to have some resistance here at around 382, but right now we're still at a 64 on the RSI, so we'll probably have a little more growth, probably up to about 420 before we have a little bit of sell-off. But if we go and we do the 3-year chart, this is where you guys can see the absolute powerhouse of this, right? Lows here at around 154. You guys can see the March crash hit that 200 moving average line and really has been a powerhouse ever since. So the absolute best strategy for this one, honestly, is just dollar cost averaging. It's nothing crazy or hard trying to pick and choose the best time. The reason why is because no matter when you buy this stock, you will be up on your money. So what that means is if you always have a long-term outlook, right? Even if you would have bought this in January of 2020, right before this huge crash, you'd still be up on your money, and not even up. You would be up well over, 37% or 54%, which is it's crazy. And if you would have bought down or even just averaged down, your average cost would be right around there and you'd be up well over about 81% in value. So the biggest thing, guys, dollar cost averaging. And if you don't know what that means, it's pretty much just picking however much you want to invest every single week or month. So me, I invest roughly $100 a week into this ETF. The reason why is because the long-term outlook is fantastic. So when this thing falls down, I just double what I normally put in. I get a good average price, and then it recovers and I make a lot more money. But overall, guys, this is by far the best ETF that you should buy in 2020. It's backed by Vanguard, which is a stable company, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But yes, this ETF definitely does carry a little bit of risk, more than like the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones, because there's a lot more growth in volatile stocks in it, but it's still balanced out where you don't have to be stressed or worried about it. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe, and we will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, stay safe out there. Take care, everyone.